following content is brought to you by Social Inform Media.
This story comes to us from NBCnews.com. This is one that came in during the week. I wasn't able to get to it until this morning. I just wasn't. But it's been all over YouTube. You've probably seen this one by now, or at least heard of it. But it has to be put out there, because I'm sure there's people that may have not heard of this or seen it that need to know about it. And then, like I said, as time goes on, maybe someone will come across this video and go, whoa, I didn't hear about that. But it's another one where police officers gave the indication of, well, hey, we were called out here, we're cops, we're called to do something, we're going to do something. Okay? Instead of just saying, it's BS call. But apparently in Alabama, a black pastor was wrongfully arrested and charged with a crime while, guess what he was doing? Watering his neighbor's flowers. Video of Michael Jennings' arrest on May 22nd was released by his lawyers, clearing the way for legal action against the officers, they said in a news release. It's a 20-minute long video obtained by NBC News. I'll try to find the 20-minute video and put it in the description box below.
Howdy.
Hey man, how's it going?
Pretty good. What you doing here, man?
Water flower.
They saying that, is that your vehicle?
Nah,
It's not?
that's the neighbor's vehicle.
The neighbors?
314, I'll be on 13.
Okay.
Yeah,
You live here?
nah, I don't live here.
Okay. They saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be
Who's
here.
saying that?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
You're Pastor Jennings?
Yes, I'm looking out for their house while they gone.
Okay.
Watering their flowers.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Now, do you have like ID and
Oh
all?
no, man. I'm not gonna give you no ID.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong. And they did
Well,
nothing
look,
suspicious.
listen. I'm not saying do nothing wrong.
Dog, listen,
There's a suspicious person.
Look, I used to be a police officer in Goodwater. Don't come here with that. Okay?
Look, man, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
There's a suspicious person in the yard, and if you're not one to identify yourself,
I don't have to identify myself. It's not a stop and identify state. That guy know me. He came to my store that got broke in.
Now, the ordeal, they're saying, started because his neighbor called police to report a suspicious person. When she realizes that it was Jennings outside the home, she apologizes to him. And they're saying it was a white woman. I don't know if it was a neighbor woman. We'll just say that. But the story here says a white woman. I don't know if that's a big deal. But when she sees it's him, she apologizes. Okay, she's one of those see something, say somethings. Then she sees who it is and goes, I'm so sorry, Mike. Why didn't she just walk over to see who it was to begin with? Because that's too much trouble. Just call the cops. There's a black dude over there at my neighbor's house. Now, she tells the officers that he lives right there and he would be watering their flowers. This is probably my fault. She takes fault for the call. She says, you know what, it's my fault. I should have checked. I just saw this guy. I didn't know who it was. Yeah, it's Mike. He lives over here. And, an attorney for Jennings says that the pastor was charged with obstructing government operations because he wouldn't ID. A municipal judge dismissed the charge in June. Of course he did. It's a BS charge. They always go with that. If you don't want to ID, I'm going to arrest you. And apparently in Yucaipa, California, if you don't spell your name, you're going to get arrested for resisting. How about that?
man, just
Okay, let me call my wife.
you're not calling nobody.
My son just got racially profiled in Michigan. He's got his master's degree. He's an athletic director. 3 police profiler came in. I was ex-police officer in Goodwater. I told you I'm a pastor.
Okay, look, man.
Who called y'all?
We,
That's what I'm
I
trying
don't
to
have
tell
to ID
you
myself.
will not listen.
I have a call on you. You have to identify yourself to me. You
I don't.
understand what I'm telling you?
No, I don't. You raise your voice how you want. Take me down, book me. Go do what you need to do. Go do what you need to do.
I think it's going to be.
Please call my wife right quick.
We're going to wait off. All right. Well, y'all sit with him, Jeremy. I'm going to go over here and see if it's this people over here that call.
Attorney Daniels said this video makes it clear that these officers decided they were going to arrest Pastor Jennings less than 5 minutes after pulling up, and then tried to rewrite history claiming he hadn't identified himself when that was the first thing he did. This was not only an unlawful arrest, it's kidnapping. It's irrational, irresponsible, and illegal. Now, under Alabama law, officer may stop any person abroad in a public place if they suspect the person is committing, has committed, or is about to commit a crime. Attorneys for Jennings said their client did not have to provide identification because he was not in a public place. He was on a private residence, the neighbor's house. Chief McClellan in the Childersburg Police Department, I know I said it wrong, may think that all they have to do is drop the charges and all this goes away, said Bethany Embry Jones. She's another attorney for Jennings. She says this was a crime, not a mistake. I would hope that the Childersburg Police Department would understand the difference. Why am I saying it as Childersburg? Because these cops are just that, a bunch of freaking children, playing cop. Because that's what a lot of law enforcement officers are just that. Did you know that? They're children playing cop. But they're 37 years old. I don't care. He's got the mentality of a freaking child. Well, I was called out here to do something. I'm going to do something. I'm going to arrest you. How about that? Instead of finding out what's going on and saying, you know what? Have a good day, sir. Somebody called us. I don't know. You have a good day. That's all they had to say.
And every time I try to tell him, he just says, "You good, man? I appreciate this. I appreciate it." You know, because
all he does is racial profiling. He's suing. That's all he would say. You couldn't talk to him.
Well, wasn't going to detain him until he walked away, started coming to the front yard saying he's coming to water these plants, and then he gets his phone out and he just keeps speeding, walking away. And I said, "Okay, fine, come here." And because at that point I realized he's not going to do anything to help us out.
What's the charges? So just obstruction?
Disorderly or obstruction.
Obstruction.
I'll just do obstruction.
Obstruction of governmental operations.
Yeah.
We're here to investigate a call, and he wouldn't give us his name or any other thing. Yeah, we told him he was trying to call the owner, but still, I need his name. You know, we got to have his name.
Yeah.
I'll take him over to the PD for you.
Yeah, I'll go get gas.
If there's no in the bond book, if it's not listed, just do the lowest one, the 500. I don't know if it's going to be in the bond book or not. That way we won't be overcharging or anything like that.
He seems like a reasonable, nice guy. I don't understand. You know?
He shouldn't.
To be honest
If
with you-
he's a good water police, he said this ain't an identifying state. Yes, it is.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if he's pastor or if he's a pastor or not. Like, the thing is, he seems like nice enough.
But no, they were called to do something, and by God, you're going to ID because I said so. Hail! The police department did not respond to multiple calls for comment, and they won't. Now, some of you are going to criticize me for some of the stances that I've taken. You know, the hail, attacking the cops. But you know what? I'm just saying what a lot of people are thinking. So if you get upset at me, don't blame me. Blame the people that are watching this that are going, "Amen, brother, preach on." Another case of white cops who look at a black man and say, you shouldn't be here. Give me your ID.